Hey, I'm April and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be using a G3 Frankie doll to make Mercury, one of my demon characters. After seeing the artificial leg on the new Sculpt, I knew it would be the perfect base for this design. First I'm going to remove the factory paint with acetone, then remove the hair. Boil to remove the head and pull out any remaining hair. And now I've got a blank base. I'm piercing the head and adding wire anchors. Then using Apoxie, I'll sculpt her horns. And also add some jewellery details. I want her to have decorative armour, so to keep the body safe while sculpting, I wrap it in cling film. Using a template, I cut out the pieces, then fit them to the doll. I'm adding drippy details to make the shapes more fluid looking, kinda like she's covered herself in liquid metal. Once cured, pop the pieces off and sand them so they're nice and smooth. Now the cling film and elastics are out of the way, I can finish sculpting the bra piece. For her robotic leg, I want to bring it further up the thigh. And add lots of abstract shapes to keep the fluid feel. Once everything is cured and sanded, it's time to paint and blush. I use acrylics for the horns, map out the face with some watercolour pencils, and blush with soft pastels. Then for the final details, I use acrylics. I wanted to have white face tattoos, so I'm drawing out the design with a watercolour pencil, and then painting over it. I'm also going to use the soft pastels to blush the areas of the body that are going to be visible. For the jewellery and armour pieces, I'm using a glossy black base coat. Then covering with chrome paint. This is meant to be applied with an airbrush, but I'm going to try and use a regular paintbrush instead and see how that goes. I'm also adding some blue to the leg as a pop of colour and also to emulate a kind of power source. So it's definitely not as smooth as it would be with an airbrush. You don't really get that mirroring effect the same way, but I'm really happy with the result. I think it works well with a brush. To finish the head off, I'm going to add my favourite Duraclear gloss varnish to her eyes and horns. Next, it's time to turn these stock shoes into some big fluffy snow boots. To extend the sole, I'm going to draw around the shoe onto some craft foam. Then glue the pieces together. Then glue these stacked to the shoe. Since craft foam is really porous, epoxy doesn't like to stick to it, so I'm going to mix some PVA glue and glitter. Then coat the foam in it. And once it's dry, this will provide a nice gritty surface for the epoxy to stick to. Then sculpt the shoe into the right shape. Including lots of drippy metal bits to match the theme. I'm going to paint them using the same method as before, glossy black with chrome paint on top. And I also added a white toe cap. Attach some faux fur. And then that's it, big fluffy boots complete. Since I wanted to have crazy long braids, I'm going to use some nylon doll hair, but then finish with brushed yarn wefts. I much prefer the look and texture of yarn. First, glue down the braids into place, Then some upside down wefts for the hairline. And fill out the gaps. Once the glue is completely dry, I cut and style with some scissors, a paintbrush and warm water with a little bit of glue mixed in. I'm also gluing down the hairline as I want the style to look really slick back. Then leave to dry. For her outfit, I used a glossy white fabric to make a crop top, some shorts, a stocking, some fingerless gloves, also some fluffy leg warmers, I only ended up using one though, add the boots, and now that everything's in place, I can attach the armour. And with that, she's finished. What do you think?